Okay, welcome back. I don't know if that live stream from just a couple minutes ago saved or not, because when I went back in to add one more final thought that I had on the subject matter, it brought me back to a page that said stream interrupted, live stream interrupted. Do you want to continue with the stream? Which confuses me because when I was ending the stream, there's an X in the corner that you hit to end it, right? And then it circles and then it goes away, right? Which tells me hopefully that it's been uploaded to YouTube for future use and reference for people to see. However, when I tried to start a new video, it brought me back to that old stream, and then I said, okay, what the hell? I'll try pressing go live and see if it'll just let me continue on this stream that I thought I had ended, for sure confirmed ended, because I even saw that it had been uploaded about 10 seconds after I ended the stream, after I refreshed the page. And it said unable to create stream. And so then I went back to that back step, and so I hit the X button, and then it said abandon stream. So I said, sure, I'll abandon the stream. Okay, whatever, let's just try this. Praying and hoping and praying that the first stream was not deleted here on the YouTube app for iOS. And then as I refreshed the page on my YouTube channel to make sure that that first video was still there before I started a new video, the video's gone. So anyways, that's a rant, a quick rant. The real thing here that I just wanted to talk about really quickly is that so I'm having this kind of issue and trouble finding a permanent address for myself, and it's causing all of these weird issues with government-run things. P.O. box, a post office box, right? I haven't checked with UPS or FedEx yet. Heads up, I haven't been able to see the comments if anybody suggested that yet, but that'll be next, obviously. And then I can't get a P.O. box. I can't update my driver's license within the 10 days of moving to my new location because I don't have a physical address. And they don't count a hotel as an address, right? Even a temporary address. Think about the homeless community and how people who have lived in they've been homeless, for some period of time, whether or not it's almost 8 weeks, which technically is homelessness is considered, as they told me in the psychiatric hospital when somebody had me petition for a psychiatric mental evaluation last month, police ordered or court ordered. They told me, or they were asking what my physical address was. I said, I'm staying out of a hotel. And they said, okay, well, what's your address? I told them it was in Scottsdale. They said, what's your address here? I said, I'm staying out of a hotel. And they said, are you she goes, so you're homeless? I go, well, not really. I'm staying out of a hotel. So anyways, that's just a side point too that I forgot to share back when all that stuff went down. Please don't demonetize my video, YouTube, for saying that word. Please don't. It's just one word. Anyways, if you're in the homeless community and you're trying to get back on your feet, which is what we want homeless people to do, right? America is to be able to get back into the workforce, rent an apartment, get stable with their living situation so they can do everything they can to make sure that their mental health and their physical health is protected underneath a roof and four walls, right? And if you live in Arizona, it's 106 degrees today. Hopefully you have air conditioning too, right? So you don't die in the heat. Think about that. I thought it's challenging for me, okay? And I was raised in a middle-class family, and I have not experienced street homelessness before. I've been in between properties many times, which is what I am right now. But think about somebody who's coming off of the street and trying to re-enter into society and secure basic needs like an apartment or like I always say, I go to Costco and I see those sheds, those outdoor sheds, and they're like $1,600. I always think if only I could buy one of those and live in that and put a little AC unit in some window or carve out a hole in the wall to make for AC or have a temp, whatever. If I could do that for like 2 months, okay, with Stella, 8x8 or 6x8 or whatever the size is, I would make do, right? I would sleep on the floor. Stella would be fine. You know, I'd build a little cat contraption for her in there. It would be fine. If I could do that, that would be great, because then I would be able to, you know, rest, have LTE data, or internet, I guess, through my phone so I could still work. And then while I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get an apartment to rent or a studio or a cardboard box or somebody to rent to me, because I have a poor credit score based upon the student loans that I took out when I was 18 years old and made the mistake of going to college for. That would be great. If you come from the streets and homelessness, your odds of getting back into society, even just like the basic steps, are not in your favor. It's not in their favor. And I think it's important that we as a society consider that. Next time we, you know, drive by people in tents on the side of the road, or in LA, they talk about the homeless population is out of control. Wow. Well, yeah, because one, prices are so high for rentals, right? Two, maybe they can't get a rental because they've missed payments in the past. God forbid they miss a payment and it affects them for the next 7 years of their life. Or if it's student loan debt, it affects them for the rest of their life until the United States government makes a change to that. But what if they have private student loan debt, which is what mine is? Default on private student loan debt, which is bank debt that is trying to collect on me. That's not protected by the federal government. There's no protection. It may never go away. This may haunt me for the rest of my life. It won't, right? But just think about those things. Like, missing a payment affects your credit. Missing a payment, 2 or 3 months missed payments, right? That affects your credit, okay? If you have multiple missed payments, which I had multiple credit card payments plus student loans, $900 in student loans a month, or 8 or 7 or whatever it was when I first graduated. Then I had $975 rent. Then I had to pay for my health insurance that came out of my paycheck, right? Had to pay for prescriptions, the co-payments, dental insurance co-payments, okay? Continue. Then I was supposed to be able to afford food, water, I was supposed to be able to afford food, a bus pass to get to work because I lived in downtown Chicago. And let's see, what else? What else? Oh, I needed to be able to buy, cat food for Stella, which is, I don't know, $16 for a big pack of dry food, even though they recommend that you use moist food because it's going to blah, blah, blah. All in $36,000 a year. As a college-educated bachelor's in science of business from the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University, the Kelley School of Business, it's not affordable. Okay, so this is a super extended rant to first addressing maybe the reconsideration of homeless people. Before you judge, think about other things that may possibly be affecting their ability to get a place to live so they aren't on the streets in the tent. Because I can't tell you how many times that I wish in this time period, the past 8 weeks that I've been in Tucson, I have a tent. It's a hiker tent, but it would suffice. I have a sleeping bag, I have camping essentials, but I have a cat. Even if I didn't have a cat, if I didn't have Stella, it would still be too hot for me to live in a tent, right? Unless I went up into the mountain, but the mountain right now is currently on fire, okay? It's just so frustrating. It's like the simplest, most basic things that are, often neglected to be thought about until somebody like myself experiences them. And not only that, but somebody like myself who talks openly about them. That's very rare, right? Like, people don't like to talk about this stuff because it sucks to talk about, it sucks to witness, and it sucks for people to hear about. Okay? Anyways, that's all.